Pistachio here. I'm at home. This is my daughter Audrey. She's my youngest. My son Matthew is videotaping today. Today we're going to make some Play-Doh. I know you guys are experts in making Play-Doh. I just thought we'd show our families how we do it. When we make Play-Doh and when we cook at school, we start with the directions, which we call the recipe. And then the list of things we use in the recipe are called the ingredients. I know you guys know those terms. So the ingredients that we use at school when we make Play-Doh, we use flour, salt, cream of tartar, which you don't need to have. It acts as a preservative to make the Play-Doh last longer, but you don't have to have it. Then we use oil. I use vegetable oil, but you can use canola or olive oil. And then we use warm water. And the last thing we put in, which is usually the kids' favorite part, is the food coloring. Now, I don't happen to have any food coloring at home, and you don't have to run out and get some. But Audrey has some glitter that we're gonna put in that she's letting me use. So the first thing that we're going to do is add the flour. So this is 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to put the 2 cups of flour in, and usually at school we put in the 2 cups using smaller measurements like a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup to give more kids turns, and then at home it'll make the activity last longer. Now we're going to put in 1 cup of salt. Thank you, Audrey.
You're welcome.
Okay. And 4 teaspoons of the cream of tartar. Like I said, you don't need to use cream of tartar. If you don't have it at home, which most people don't, you can just leave it out. And then we're going to add the 4 tablespoons of oil. Okay, so now we're moving to our wet ingredients, the 4 tablespoons of oil, and then 2 cups of warm water. Can you pour that in?
Yep.
Okay, you could pour it in slowly. There we go. Wait till I mix it up a little bit. And you could pour it in. You could pour in the rest. You can pour in the rest.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. Okay, so we're just going to stir it all together. Now, at school, we usually double this recipe because we have a lot of kids in our class, but at home, I don't think you should need much more than this. So I'm just going to keep stirring until it gets nice and smooth. Break up any lumps, and we usually take turns. Audrey, you want to turn stirring?
Yeah.
Okay. And at this point is usually at school when we add the color. Right now I'm going to add the glitter that we have. I'm going to add some pink glitter, and Audrey, you could stir that in. Okay, that looks good, and maybe I'll add a little gold glitter in too. Sometimes the glitter doesn't show up too much after you cook it, but it's fun to look at.
Yep.
All right, Audrey, then we're going to move. Now we're going to cook the Play-Doh. So I'm going to pour it into a pot on the stove. And I already have my pot heating up here. I have it on about medium to medium low. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir my pot. Okay, a lot of times the kids don't see this because I go into the kitchen to do it. While Mrs. Cece and Mrs. Calloway are back in the classroom with the kids. So I'm going to stir this, and I'm just going to keep stirring until it becomes nice and thick and more like Play-Doh. Okay, I want to get the lumps out. Okay. And as you can see, it's starting to thicken up. Okay, and this is the part that mom or dad would do. Okay, just gonna spin this around. Okay, and you can see it's getting thicker. It's getting thicker here, so I'm just gonna keep going, gonna keep stirring. Gonna keep stirring until it gets thicker and thicker. Okay. Yep. And then sometimes it gets a little hard to stir. That's okay. It'll peel away. See, now it's getting more to the consistency of Play-Doh. Okay. All right, so now it looks a lot more like Play-Doh. We're still gonna cook it a little longer. Okay, I'm gonna take everything off the sides. And now it's really, really looking like Play-Doh. It'll still be pretty moist. I'm gonna take everything off my spoon. Okay. And now I'm going to scoop the Play-Doh out and put it on a tray for it to cool off. At this point, it's too hot for the kids to touch. It's actually too hot for me to touch too. So we usually spread that out on a tray. And then we let it cool. It's hot. And I'm gonna add some more glitter in my Play-Doh, pink glitter in my Play-Doh. And you can squish it. It's still pretty warm, but in another 10 minutes, it'll be ready to play with. Thank you so much, everyone. I miss you so much. Thanks for making Play-Doh with me today. Thank you, Audrey, for your help, and we hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye.